everybody. So let's talk about Moon Knight, okay? Now with this video, I'm going to talk about a few things in regards to the show in and of itself. The show does contain 6 episodes. We are literally smack dab in the middle. The show is probably one of the, I wouldn't say quickest, but it literally feels like we're just like almost to the end. And it feels like one of the better ones in my opinion. Now, I'm also going to go through not really controversy, but like, of course everyone has their opinion on what's a better MCU show in regards to like, since Disney Plus has been its own thing, you know, because we've had WandaVision, we've had Loki, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, we've had Hawkeye, What If, so I'm going to talk a little bit about those two in comparison with Moon Knight, and how do these compare, you know? But essentially, this is about Moon Knight, and I think this is a show that everyone really needs to check out. I think it is something where, how I think it's different than the other ones, it's its own thing. Like, and when I say that, I mean, this is a character I don't think anyone really knows about. It isn't one that has been already introduced in any of the other properties. So like with, you know, WandaVision, Loki, any of the other ones, you know, MCU, Disney Plus original shows, what have you, all of these characters have already been introduced. Unless you've got some of the extra ones, you know, like in Loki, you've got, you know, the timekeepers and everything. Like, yeah, you've got some new original concepts, but essentially you are going to watch the show because you have Loki, or you have Wanda, or you have like a character that you already have established. And along the way you meet some new faces. Here, we don't have that. We are meeting new people along the way. And so, starting off with this show, there are a lot of things you don't know about. You are trying to have a lot of questions answered, and they're not going to be answered right away. I watch, so in perspective for like how shows are watched in our household, I usually like am the groundskeeper for like, oh, would like my boyfriend like this show, or is this just a show for like me? Would my friends like this show? Would my family like this show? Would you guys like this show? And so that's where I kind of feel it out. I've been meaning to make this video for a long time, but kind of like Boba Fett, wanted to feel it out. Give it that little feel, especially with Disney Plus. They only do like a week by week basis, so kind of wanted to see and give it that feel before really giving it that recommendation. And really, this show has not disappointed each week. There's always something new to give, and the big debate I think recently has been pacing. Like, a lot is happening. Like, believe me, a lot is happening. You only have 6 episodes, but you're also meeting these new characters. However, this is probably why it's a very popular show for people, because a lot is happening. It's very action-based. It's a lot of this, and this. Mind you, it's also setting up story. Like, there are times where like some slower paced stuff is happening, but I'm gonna be honest. Some things with Loki weren't my favorite. Some things with WandaVision weren't my favorite. When it came time to like the season finale with those shows, that's when I enjoyed it the most, because that's when we got the most story, the most, I'd say, not bang for your buck, but like, you know, we found out about Agatha, and we found out about like, you know, the Scarlet Witch. We got those big fight scenes. You know, that's when we got the most story. We found out, how did Wanda create this town? Aside from those first however many episodes, those were kind of, I don't want to say filler, but they were kind of to me. They were fine. They were still enjoyable because I still liked that nostalgia feel. I loved the Dick Van Dyke Show. I loved how they played a parody onto it. Loved it. But there was still times where, that's why people create, and this is something there are a lot of TikTok videos on it, and so that's where some of this is also coming into play from like other people that I've heard these kind of thoughts and opinions from as well. So I mean, yes, is pacing maybe a big part of it? However, that's what's grabbing people. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it wasn't a bad show. A lot was happening, but it wasn't necessary to me. Like, it wasn't a show where I think we really needed. Hawkeye, I think, is a very good show because you're getting a lot of crossover from some of the Netflix properties that are now on Disney Plus. You're getting some things in regards to the Black Widow movie. I think that show, and to a lot is happening. I hate saying that so much, but a lot is happening. You are getting so much action, and that is kind of what we're here to see. I don't mind the talking and like all that, but I'm here to see like a little bit of everything. I'm here for some fun. I'm here to kind of get backstory, but I'm also here for some fighting. Like, if I want an MCU property like film, I don't want like drama all the time. I want a little bit of everything. So when it comes to Moon Knight and like some of these other Disney Plus original properties, honestly, to me, I really enjoyed Hawkeye, and right now Moon Knight is above Hawkeye because I love this original concept with Moon Knight. It's so unique and different, and I love what they're doing with it. And just hearing some of the different like kind of the background with the show, like about the director, and reading a little bit on the comic and like the character in general, it's fascinating to me, and I think a lot of people are also doing the same. And so that's just kind of my thoughts in general on the show, as well as when it comes to like some of these MCU shows. Yeah, they're important for continuing, like especially for the Phase 4 MCU stuff that's going on, but I think it's important too. Like, I think, going forward, I think Miss Marvel's going to be another good one because, again, it's another original story that a lot of people don't really know a lot about. And I think it's going to be something similar to Moon Knight. I think it's going to be another one where it's going to be here instead of down here, where we're getting original stories and not just characters we're taking from the movies and giving them shows. Again, it's okay to do that. And WandaVision, Loki, some of those were great shows. And they're essential for continuing on the story. Heck, Loki's getting a season 2. So obviously, there's a reason for it. Like, they're essential for continuing on the story. And WandaVision, is essential for giving us, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, along with Loki. But some of them weren't essential. Some of which I talked about. What If was just kind of a fun show, I think, that they did as like, oh, what would happen if? But, some of these, I think it's just getting us ready and phasing us to continuing on. But if you want a new original idea, I highly recommend Moon Knight. Really, really, really highly recommend Moon Knight. And if you don't want to wait weekly, then I would say wait, couple more weeks from now? Wait until May, because by then all the episodes will be out, and then you can just binge them all, and then you'll be able to understand everything all at once than waiting weekly. But I will talk to you all later. Have a great rest of the week. Feel free to like and subscribe and comment down below if you want, and bye.